A very good afternoon and welcome to all of you to an exclusive webinar on work ergonomics and safety brought to you by Kotak Mahindra Bank and sorry, an exclusive webinar on work ergonomics and safety brought to you by Kotak Mahindra Bank and Work Hard Hospitals. Today we have with us an expert, Dr. Samantha Yadav, who is a graduate with Bachelor's of Physiotherapy from LT College and Sion Hospital, Mumbai University, and postgraduate with Masters of Physiotherapy from GS Medical College and KEM Hospital, Maharashtra, University of Health Science, specializing in cardiovascular and respiratory medicine. Over 16 years of rich work experience in hospital industry with major focus in intensive care therapy, having worked in Leelavati Hospital, Kambala Health Hospital, and Global Hospital. Presently, she is heading the physiotherapy department at Wockhardt Hospitals, Mumbai Central since past 6 years. Let's welcome Dr. Sumita Yadav with us. Hello, doctor. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I think, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Perfectly audible, ma'am.
Okay, so shall we begin with the session?
Yes, ma'am. I'll just leave the session to you. For all the audience who are watching, just to inform you guys, you all have a small question box there. So you can click on that and ask any questions that you would have, and we will take the questions towards the end of the show. And now, ma'am, the stage is all yours. So all the best. I'll move out.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for such a kind introduction. Um, Actually, we all are stuck at home because of this pandemic, and nobody really thought that we would be doing so much of exclusive work from home. So always these ergonomic sessions have been, where exactly we go to the office, we enlighten them on the tips on how to sit, how should be your table, how should be your desk, how should be your chair, how long you should be sitting. And we never thought of something, where we will be talking to people who will be doing it from home, working from home, and exactly what has to be done. So likewise, whatever the presentations were, those were particularly aimed at office ergonomics. How do we do it in office? But right now, because the condition is such, we pray that we come out of it soon. But the condition is such that we are sitting at home. So basically, when I got this thing of I need to talk about work ergonomics and safety, I thought that will everyone would be having a desk and a table and a chair to sit when they are working, because work from home would be exclusively from your laptop, and maybe you all will be working 2 to 3 hours at a stretch. So how are you all sitting? It won't be always a comfortable chair or desk in front of you. A laptop would be like a normal laptop on the lap. It will be on the lap and you all will be doing. Like I have seen my brother-in-law who works from home early morning. When he starts his work, he is like, okay, sitting all right, perfect posture, his laptop is properly placed. By the time the evening comes, he's somewhere, his laptop is somewhere, he's slouched, and then all sort of backaches and neck pain and shoulder pain starts. So rather than coming to that point, like how you should be sitting and where should be your computer, the basic thing would be wherever you're sitting, you see to it that you should have a proper back support, a proper back rest. So maybe it's on a sofa, or it's on a chair, or it's on a stool or table or anywhere. You need to have a proper back support. So if you have a chair or a stool which doesn't have a backrest, what you can do is take it closer to the wall, where you can use wall as your backrest, and you can take the support of the back. Secondly, when you're working with a laptop, obviously it would be on your lap. So your head will be bending because your screen will be down. So if you're doing that, what would be advisable is try to put 2 3 pillows on your lap and elevate the height of your laptop so that the screen is in front of your eyes. If you have a table and a chair, nothing like it. Again, when you're placing your laptop on a table, the screen should be at your eye level, or 10 to 15 degrees down, so that it is not completely down or it's not completely up. So that should be your position of the screen. And whenever you're sitting, see to it that the glare, wherever you're sitting, the glare has to be adjusted. So how do you adjust the glare? So don't sit bang opposite the window. Where I mean is you will be facing the window. So what happens? The glare of the window as well as of your screen puts too much strain on your eyes. Try to minimize the glare. Try to reduce the brightness of your screen and try to blind your windows, or turn a little bit so that the light doesn't direct affect your eyes. That could be one thing. If you're sitting on a very low chair, you feel that your hips and knees are too bent, what you can do is you can put two pillows or two bed sheet folded on the seat so that you get elevated and you have a 90 degrees angle with your hip and your knee. So if this is the man who's sitting and this is the hip, the knee has to be in 90 degrees, so it should make an angle of 90 degrees. If you're sitting on too high a chair or a sofa where your legs are kind of dangling, use something under your leg so that your legs remain elevated and stationed. I don't want your leg to be hanging because that puts a lot of strain on your back. You also won't be comfortable sitting more than say 10 or 15 minutes. So what you can do is put a small stool. If you don't have a stool, you can take two, three pillows, put it under your foot so that your foot is rested good enough. So your back, your leg has to be rested, your neck has to be in proper angle. If these three things are maintained throughout your work, you won't feel any difficulty. Yes, obviously, because it's not a good way to work, because office is kind of always an office. You have a good cushioned chair, you have a table, you have everything at your disposal, so it makes life easier. At home, it is a little difficult. But then, if these things are sorted, how are you sitting with your back is supported or no? Your legs not dangling, your foot properly supported, your neck is in proper angle. So it kind of takes 50 to 60% of your work ergonomics. It takes care of your work ergonomics. Now, when we come into, okay, all this, whatever I said, practicality in few places, it won't be possible. Obviously, we anticipate that few houses would be smaller, only one room, or a larger house, but no table or proper chair, or the height is not adjusted because everybody is different. So, what we do is still we want to work, still we want to give 100%. So, how do we do it? So you can take gaps, like at a stretch, you can sit for say 1.5 hour to 2 hours, get up, just stroll around your house, come back. What happens if you're constantly sitting? When you're sitting constantly, the blood circulation kind of doesn't happen. It kind of pools into a place which is gravity dependent. Say your foot. If you're sitting, the foot gets the maximum blood circulation. Kind of, there is a pooling of blood. If you're sitting with your leg elevated, what happens is too much of blood gets pooled near your spine. So you start feeling heavy around your waist. So what you can do is just get up, have a stroll, walk around your house, however small the house is. Even 2 3 rounds you take, or just time yourself, maybe for 5 minutes, just walk around, come back, and again start walking. So that will also take care of too much sitting. Now, a part of this work ergonomics and everything, I think people should be active also, kind of doing few exercises early morning or say in the evening. Whenever you get time, you need to be physically active. So for that also, you can walk around your house, you can do spot jogging, you can do spot marching, which has to be around 40 to 45 minutes to make your body accustomed to the thing which you've suddenly got rid of. You had to travel maybe by car, maybe by train, bus, whatever, but that traveling is not there now, so that much of the physical activity which you had is also gone. Gyms are closed, you cannot go down to the parks for cycling, for walking. So we have a lot of excuses, but then from we can come out of that excuse as well. So what we can do is, just if your house is too small, you can just do spot marching. If jogging is too hard for you, you can just do spot marching for half an hour. Initially start with 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25, 30. but see to it that your target should be of 40 to 45 minutes. People who've not been exercising even when there was no lockdown can also make this as a habit where you need to do some physical activity. Considering the kind of background, the Kotak Mahindra Bank, I feel it's all sitting work unless you are onto some field activity. But continuously sitting is as it is not good for health. Your cardiovascular, your respiratory, your muscular system all require some kind of physical activity. If that's completely not there, it's not good for your health. So early morning, if you can just get up half an hour or 45 minutes early, do your exercises, or in the evening, just remove some time. Time can be removed. That's not an excuse to give that I don't have time. You need to remove time for your own health. Now, coming back to our ergonomics, yes, as I told you, this is one kind of a situation where we all are locked in our house and people are working. You all are lucky that you all are at least able to work from home. We, as a doctor, we need to go out and see the patients. So we don't have the liberty or happiness to sit at home and work and be safe, Like, okay, I'm at home, I won't get infection. We are facing the infection. So I feel you guys are lucky. But then simultaneously, because you are working, you need to take care of your own body. Obviously, washing hands and not touching your face is part of what this pandemic is going about. But then your work ethics, how do you do that work ethics? So basically, I will show you all some stretches which will help you see, in spite of doing a lot of technicality around yourself, sitting posture, the table, the chair, and everything. Still, people would have problem anticipating that that problem would be there earlier on and now it's aggravated, or it started now. So for that, what we can do is basic few stretches which you can do during your work, or when I told you take that 5 minutes of break, you can do that stretching and come back to your work. So first we start with the neck. Neck, because you're a laptop users, desktop workers, neck plays a very crucial role. People who have this desk job, they come to us basically with neck problem, shoulder problem, and back problem. Nowadays, wrist and thumb is also a source of pain, but neck is the basic source of pain because y'all have targets to achieve or some targets to complete the work. So, basic all the stress falls on the neck, and what happens is you start developing a little bit of sore neck, tightness around your shoulder. That trapezius, what we call this part of the muscle, if you press, you feel it's a little sore. So you feel that you are not able to give your 100% because it's constant some kind of nagging pain. So what you can do for that pain is, first thing to start is just take your neck up, completely up, to look at the ceiling. I guess you all should do it with me so that you start feeling what exactly it is to do the exercises. And if you face any problem during that time, you can ask the questions back. So what you can do is sit straight, okay? Without opening your mouth, what you need to do is just look at the ceiling. So take your neck completely up, wait there for a while, and then slowly come down. Again, take it up, slowly come down. For additional stretch, you can use your hand, wherein when your neck goes up with your hand, you can just give a mild push so that you feel more stretch. The stretch will be felt in the anterior part of the neck. Okay. Similarly, what you can do is the chin, try to touch the chin to the chest. So get it down slowly, wait there for a while, and come up. Again, go down slowly, wait for a while, and come up. Again, for additional stretch, you can use your hand, take your neck down, and just push with your hand a little bit. Okay, now people who have cervical spondylosis already or face some vertigo issue or dizziness issue, do it very slowly and gently. And anytime you feel that your symptoms are coming, just stop the exercise. Sometimes it happens that if you to go overboard with your exercise, like if you stretch too much, you might feel a little bit of dizziness. So stop that exercise that time. So this is the first stretch. Second stretch, what we do is side bend. Try to touch your ear to the shoulder and not the shoulder to the ear. So what we do is take the ear to the shoulder. Sorry. Slowly get it back. Again, for additional stretch, again you can use your same side hand and pull it. Here you will feel the stretch on the opposite side. Okay, two or five, you can do whatever in your comfort zone, but just don't do one and leave it. Either you do it 2 or 3 times or do it 5 times. Then we do it in opposite direction. Okay, so we go like this, and again with our hand we pull it close to us. You can count 5, you can count 10, you can count 15, you can go up to 20. That is, when you bend your neck, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Remember, any stretch you do, you need to hold. It's a stretch, it's not an exercise. So you can't be just doing like this. When you are stretching any muscle, the muscle needs to be held in that position. So when you're bending, just hold there so that the muscle also feels that it's getting stretched. Otherwise, what happens, before the muscle could even realize you are stretching it, you're back to normal. Similarly, when you're taking it up also, you need to hold the stretch. So the third exercise, now what we do is turning your head as if you want to see somebody standing behind you. Again, with the hand, you can just push it for additional stretch. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3 exercises for neck. Then, whether you are a laptop worker or no, we have seen constantly that people kind of have this kind of posture where your head, which needs to be in align with your shoulder, is constantly droopy. That is because you have mobile, you're constantly on WhatsApp chatting or internet surfing. So your head is constantly drooping. So for that, what we can do is called as chin tuck. So just pull your chin inside so that your shoulder and ear are at the same level. So you're just going to pull. Don't take it so much behind where you can see your double chin. We don't want that. It's just that you take it little behind so that your earlobes and shoulder are at level. I will show you from the side angle. So this is the droopy posture normally have, because if you're using a mobile, you're constantly like this, so the head is kind of droopy. What you need to do is just pull it so that your earlobe and shoulder are at the same angle. While using mobile also, you can use it at this way. There's no need to bend slout so much and use. You can take and use your mobile like this. So that could be also one way to prevent your neck pain. So we sorted out with our neck issue. Now comes the shoulder, constantly droopy like this because you are typing, you have mobile in your hand, so the shoulder is kind of protracted like this always. So we need to retract the shoulder. We need to stretch the pectoral muscles, the chest muscles. So what we do is we'll just hold our hands like this, 90 degrees. Okay, we will hold our hand like this and just take the elbows behind. How much behind we can take so that we feel the stretch at the pectoral. So the part which I'm showing needs to feel the stretch. Okay, so the elbows, you have to just pull it behind. This all I am showing is in sitting position only, because in people have this excuse that we cannot get up every time, we cannot stand and do exercises, no time. So sitting only, wherever you're sitting, just keep the laptop aside, just do your neck exercises, and then this shoulder where you're just taking your elbows behind and stretching this muscle. Again, hold. I hope all are doing with me. I cannot see the audience, so I'm just anticipating that all are doing it with me. So we are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is to stretch your pectoral muscle. Now there are many rotator cuffs and shoulder muscles around your shoulder. Okay. So for that, what we do is again we put it in 90 degrees and we just rotate it down and up, down and up. Many people would feel a little discomfort while doing or pain while doing. That's normal, because if you don't use your shoulder, don't do any overhead activity, this is bound to get tight. So this, again, we rotate as much as down. If today you're here, no problem. You can slowly take it down and take it up. The more you go up, now this time you have to just turn it out, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is one thing. Then what you can do is, again, to stretch your tricep muscles, what you can do is just spread out your hand like this. Okay. Your thumbs. Okay. So I'm just showing one side of my hand. So you can just turn it completely. Hold there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your thumb goes down. Turn it completely down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, completely turn and take it that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is to stretch your biceps and tricep, because that again, because your bend elbow, it again gets tight, and then because you're not outstretching your hand, it kind of becomes tight. Then what we can do is, because I'm not able to, you can't see me, so you can just stretch your hands like this in front. If whenever you're sitting, you can just stretch it like this. Okay. You can take it behind and stretch. You can take it up and stretch. You can take in front and stretch. So this will stretch your complete arm muscles right till the tip of your finger. To give additional stretch, what we can do is just with the other hand, just take your fingers more down. And you can move your hand down and you will feel more stretch. Okay. Similarly, for the other hand, feel the stretch. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Again, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this part of the thumb is also quite painful if you have the habit of, typing on your mobile with your thumb. And we've seen many patients coming with pain in this angle where holding a pen or holding a glass of water also becomes difficult. So for this, what you can do is put your thumb inside and make a fist like this. Okay, I'll show it again. Put your thumb inside your palm and make a fist. Get your hands outstretched and bend your wrist forward. So side view, bend it like this. You will feel a good stretch here, this side, okay? You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, down, One, two, three, four, five. Relax. So this takes care of your arms, your wrist, and your fingers. Now for fingers, what you can do is just keep on moving. All your fingers needs to get the complete range of movement, which normally we don't do. So you have to make a complete fist and open. You can make it as hard as possible. You can use a smiley ball. You can use a roti dough, chapati atta, and just make it as much as tight as possible and open it. Tight and open. Then you can do this movement. So it relieves and gives you some kind of soothing, and just rotate your wrist. Okay. So in this angle, I will show you. You have to just do this. Now, all this is basically to maintain the movement. What happens is because we are constantly sitting and just one kind of movement we are doing, all other joints kind of becomes tight. So we are stretching it. And remember, people who join gym, before stretching the tight muscle, if you start doing strengthening of that muscle, it's not going to work. You need to stretch the muscle to its full limit and then strengthen that muscle without stretching. And whenever you're stretching, when you're coming back also, you need to come slowly. You can't stretch and just leave it. When you stretch, you have to slowly come back to its again original position. That is the reason I'm telling you, when you're stretching, just come slowly back. Just don't leave it. Leaving will cause more harm. So you have to come back slowly. Similarly, now we come to the sitting posture. So it comes to your buttock muscles and your tummy. We right now people call it the core muscle. So what is core muscle? Is core is something around your waist and around your lower spine, lower back, what they call it as. That is those muscles comprise of core muscles. So you need to strengthen the core muscles. To strengthen the core muscle, people have this wrong notion that you do a lot of abs. It kind of strengthens your core muscles. It kind of strengthens your ab. Yes, it kind of strengthens your ab, but you're not going to get rid of the fat around the abs. To get rid of the fat, you need to do at least 40 to 45 minutes of continuous moderate intensity exercise. You can't be just doing abs of 20-25 reps and saying that I'm not getting six packs abs. You will not get a six pack abs. For that, you need to do cardio as well as strength training. So that is for the next session. Sometimes later we will talk about. But to strengthen your abs, just sitting also you can do that. So what you can do is your umbilicus part, the navel part, nabhi, the part around your umbilicus. You just have to squeeze it in towards your spine. So just suck it in towards your spine. You will feel that your tummy is going inside. Try to hold, but don't hold your breath. You need to just suck the tummy in and hold there. Count of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here you can hold the maximum what you can hold, provided you're not holding your breath. The moment you feel that you're holding your breath, it's not good, you don't have to do it. Just leave it. Again, try. Initially, it will be difficult, but once you get the hang of it, try to do it frequently. Frequently, as in, I mean, when you're talking to someone, when you're just walking around, just pull your navel in. I will show. So, this is the part. So, you have to just suck it in. The navel part, you have to just suck it in. So, suck it in and do all your activity as walking, talking to someone, talking on the phone. You can just hold your umbilicus in, the tummy in, and you can talk. So that is called the tummy tuck. So you're kind of bracing your tummy close to your spine. See, normally what happens is if you're leaving, imagine a bag where you're stuffing everything. One part is very sturdy, the other part of the bag is quite flexible. So whatever you're pushing in, the flexible part becomes more and more big. So here the sturdy part is your spine. The flexible part is your tummy. So whatever you're filling, the food, the thing, whatever goes inside, the flexible part will keep on increasing. Now, what happens if you imagine a bag? The more the flexible part gets bulged, the sturdy parts start becoming a little crooked. Okay, so where the force is, it will start becoming crooked there. Same happens with your spine. When your spine is sturdy and you're putting on tummy muscle, tummy fat, or as we see in pregnancy also, too much of a bigger tummy causes your spine to get more curved, more concaved. So that puts a lot of strain. So to get the bracing done, normally if you see people wearing belt around after surgery, have you all seen people wearing belt around their waist? That is nothing to do healing with. It doesn't, the belt doesn't allow healing. It just kind of takes the weight of your tummy off from your spine. So when you're bracing your tummy like this with the help of the belt, it kind of holds your tummy in so that your spine gets supported. Otherwise, you will be like this. So to get supported, you're wearing the belt. So instead of belt, what you're doing is your tummy muscles are only doing the work of bracing. So the more your tummy muscle does the work of bracing, the more your spine gets supported. So that you can do for your spine. For your gluteal muscle, that is your the seat muscles where you're sitting also you can do the exercises. Just squeeze your seat muscles, that is the gluteal muscles, hold for a count of 5 and relax. Now the gluteal muscles, the seat muscles, what we call, those are the biggest muscles. Like, it has a lot of mass there, but those are the least used muscle. We don't use it because, as I told you, it's sitting job. We are just constantly sitting, so that muscle does not get the kind of anti-gravity situation what it's requiring. Any muscle to work in its optimus, its maximum level, you need to put it against gravity. Then only it works. But you're constantly, it is with the gravity, you're sitting, so everything is just there. So what you can do is just squeeze it tight. If people are not able to understand, I will just tell in a very simple language. Imagine that you need to stop passing gas. Okay, when you feel like you want to pass gas, but there are people around, and to not feel embarrassed, what we do is we try to stop. So what do we do by stopping is we are squeezing our gluteal muscles. So try squeezing your gluteal muscles. Here also you can count for 10, 15, 20. Do it. It will be very difficult initially to do it, and then release slowly. Now, here mostly people do it, but then they don't realize that they are doing it by holding the breath. Anywhere in all these exercises, you're not supposed to hold your breath. You're supposed to do it while breathing. Here, I'm not telling you the synchronization also, that do it while breathing in and don't do it while breathing out, because to kind of manipulate that also becomes difficult. Right now, you need to just practice it, do it in whichever phase of breathing, but don't stop breathing. You can do it in when you are exhaling, you can do it when you're inhaling, but don't hold your breath and do it. So just squeeze, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Again, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. The more you do, the better for you. Okay, then just sitting, what you can do is just lift your leg up and down, or in standing, if you can see, just kind of, lift your leg as much as up what you can take. So, whenever you are standing, as I told you, you can do spot marching. So, that will also help to build up the, help circulation. If you don't have time, you are feeling too lazy to walk around the house, just get up, just do a spot marching, one leg 5 times, the other leg 5 times. Now, normally what people do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are done. So it should not be like that. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your 5 times, your 5 times. So that will give a little circulation going on, and that is very important. Remember to get your circulation happening. To feel the freshness, you need to have blood circulation. So for that, you need to walk around. If not possible, do spot marching, spot jogging, anything which will just pump the blood up from your lower leg. You can come on your toes, you can come on your heels, you can just do a little bit of squatting if possible. If that is difficult for you, you can just come on your toes, on your heels 5 times, just lift your leg five times, and again go back to you. But to take break every 2 hours is very important. So just schedule it like that, that you will take 2 hours break, and then you will do your neck exercise. You will take a 2 hours break, you will do your hand exercise coming on your toes and back, like that. Schedule it like that. And drink a lot of water, because right now you're at home, you won't be feeling thirsty, there is no physical activity. But keep 2 bottles of 1 liter filled next to you wherever you're sitting, on your bed, on your table, on your wherever you're sitting with your laptop. Just keep 2 bottles filled. See to it that throughout that day you're finishing that bottle. Now, a lot of people have this thing that they are not unable to finish the said amount of water. Then they just sit, open the bottle, 1 liter bottle, and just gulp the water down. No, we don't have to achieve any targets over here of completing 2 liters of water. It is completing 2 to 3 liters of water throughout your day. It is not supposed to be done at once. Imagine a kidney who's not worked throughout the day. You are just pouring 1 liter of water into it and saying, now you work. Doesn't work like that. So what you have to do is throughout the day, sip your water. Keep on sipping your water. Good. The more you drink water, the more frequently you will have the urge to visit the bathroom. So more, that much of walking will happen. That much of time you will get to walk around and come back, and screen time also away that much. So try drinking. So 2 to 3 liters of water is must, apart from your tea, coffee, what you are having. Many people have this habit of, I drink a lot of coffee. So is that included in the amount of fluid? No. Here we are talking about plain water. So the plain water should be around 2 to 3 liters, somewhere around at least 2 liters if you're drinking too much of tea and coffee, because that is again fluid. So 2 liters, if people who don't have habit of drinking too much of water, 3 liters is also good enough. So good water is required. Then for the eye, what you can do is just rub your hands, rub your palms, and just put it around your eye. Again, rub it and put it around your eye. Okay. For the eye exercise, what you can do is just keep on blinking, blinking, blinking. The more you blink, the better for you. What happens is, if you're constantly looking at the screen, your blinking is also not that much. So keep on blinking, 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 blinking. Or one more thing, what you can do is just look away from the screen. So if I'm sitting here and this is my screen, what I do is I just look away from the screen. I just look away from the screen for say 5 minutes, and then I come back and look at the screen. So that much of screen time you save. Sometimes there is a lot of stress on the eyes because you're constantly looking at the screen. You kind of see those orange lights going, those blue lights going. So whenever you feel that your eyes are strained out, just rub, just keep your palms there. You will feel relaxed. At the end of the day, you can cut slice of cucumber, put it on your eyes. That will again also give a soothing effect. So you need to do something for yourself. You can't be just working, because then that's kind of too much. Lower limb exercises, as I told you, walking will help for your lower limb exercises. So nothing extra you need to do. But arms, yes, you need to stretch your arms, because you're constantly working in this kind of posture where you're slouchy, your shoulders are like this, your fingers are just doing this kind of work. So you need to stretch these things. Again, people have a lot of doubts about what angle should be my keyboards and all. But nowadays, the laptop, they have the keyboard attached to the screen. So if you're adjusting your screen, to adjust the keyboard becomes difficult. But see to it that the wrist, this part of the wrist should not be too much up or should not be too much down. It should be in neutral angle. Okay. So the angle should be neutral. So when you're typing, see to it that your this is in line. Okay, don't elevate too much also your shoulders. So elevating too much shoulder while typing will also cause you a lot of neck trapezius pain. So don't elevate too much your shoulder. Your shoulder should be relaxed. Your arms should be completely relaxed, and then you're using. But as I told you, because it is attached with the screen, either you can do justice to your neck or you can do justice to your hand. So you have to weigh, or divide your time where you have a screen properly, and then for half the time you have your shoulder thing sorted. I think this much if you do, and then whenever there is any aches and pains, don't just wait till it aggravates. Start doing some fermentation at home. Take ice fermentation if it's a acute pain. That is, if it just started, like you started realizing that my shoulders are hurting today. Take ice fermentation. But the shoulders are constantly hurting you for say now 15 days and 20 days. You can go for warm water fermentation. You need to give some tender touch to the part which is painful. You can apply some kind of gel, iodex, Volini, Voveron, whatever you have that you can apply. Then take fermentation, allow it to just relax. After all the screen time, also, if you're going to watch TV, see to it that you are in real proper posture when you're watching TV, because you are just constantly carrying it out while working also, and while having some leisure activity also, the things just continue. We don't want that. So see to it that when you're watching TV, like when your work is done, say by 6 or 7 in the evening, when you're completely free, try to do little stretching. And when you're watching your TV, see to it that you're properly sitting. At least everything is relaxed when you're sitting. Your shoulder is supported, your back is supported, and you're sitting. Okay. Eat good food, seasonal fruits required. So have a lot of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and that will help you. I think I have touched all the aspects of what is required for safety and ergonomics. If you all have any doubts, you're free to ask.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. And yes, we have a few questions, so I'll go one by one in no random order. So I have a question from Tanushri. She's asking, "Hello, ma'am. Can you please explain on how to reduce lower back pain?"
Okay, so this is a very general question. Now, I would like to know, is the lower back pain because of the work or started now, or is it some structural pain which she's facing for quite some time? But whatever I told about tucking the navel in, the umbilicus in, will help in reducing the stress on the back to almost 80% that she can do. Then whenever she gets time, she can just lie on her tummy. That is ulta sona hai, and just relax there. So basically, more of extension is required. This I'm just talking if she's getting back pain because of working. Okay, but then I need to properly check out why she's having pain. But this could be one thing which will help relieve is tummy tuck and
Okay.
lying ulta.
All right. We have one more question. RSU Saimani. I'm not able to read the name properly, but the question is, "Hi, ma'am. Is it good to place pillow in the chair to support the back?"
Yes, if you feel your back support, the support of the chair is not coming close to your back, you can always put a small pillow. Nowadays, you get nice round pillows in the market, but the markets are closed now. But yes, you can use a pillow for your lower back support.
Right. Another question we have from Priyanka. She's asking, "Wearing kneecap is helpful for knee pain due to cold weather."
No, kneecap and cold weather really has no connection. Yes, it will help knee pain if you are going to walk around with the knee pain, or you're going to go up and down these stairs or travel. But because to avoid cold weather knee pain, to wear a kneecap is no relation. And not to wear too much of kneecap also, because that will again decondition your quadricep muscle.
Okay. We have one more question, which I think is not really related to physiotherapy, but Vivek is asking how to cope up with mental health during coronavirus lockdown. A very common question asked to all the doctors. So yes.
Even I need to know how to cope up with coronavirus mental this thing. We all are, as I told you, you at least have that feeling that you all are at home and safe. For us, that feeling is also not there. We are going and facing that. But yes, it's a tough time. What you need to do is take good care of your hands, wash, wash, wash. And to be mentally, don't read negative WhatsApp things and don't read anything which is, bothering us. Right
Right.
now, we don't have any idea about the coronavirus. It's just that we know that only thing which will save us is washing our hands and not touching our face. So just follow that plain protocol. I'm telling my family members also wash your hands as frequently as possible and avoid touching any part of your face. Literally any part.
There was a similar question from Ankit Chaube as well. He was asking what other precautions can we take other than masks and sanitizers for corona spread.
That's what I
So
told you. Washing
yes,
hands and eating good food. That is the one thing which will help boost your immunity. So eating good protein is very important. So I have a lot of eggs and chicken and fish.
right. Uh, I have Swati who is asking, "Hi ma'am, I have this tailbone pain. Can you explain how to reduce that pain?"
See, tailbone pain. If you are sitting constantly, there is a cushion ring available in the market which removes the pressure from your tailbone. Okay, it's kind of a tire. If you all have seen a tire which has a hole in between, so when you sit, the tailbone kind of hangs inside the tire. So that will help reduce your pain. The other thing is avoid sitting for a lot of time. And if you still have to sit for a lot of time, then the type of clothing you wear is also important. If you're habituated of wearing tight pants, which kind of frictions over your tailbone will also cause you pain. So just wear loose clothing. Now that you all are at home, try to wear loose clothing. Take a good cushion and sit. And as far as possible, don't sit in a slouch position where the full pressure comes on your tailbone. So try to sit little erect on your buttocks.
Right. Okay. So then we have Aparna who is asking, "Hi ma'am, I have severe back pain only at night. Because of that, I can't sleep properly. Please suggest something to overcome it." And I
Okay.
also have a related one more question, ma'am, where Tanushri is asking if you can show us some back related exercises.
To show me where I have to sleep and show that will be quite difficult. Okay, anyways, what I'm telling is the first part of the question that she is not able to, the pain is only in the night. So is that while lying supine, that is when she's lying straight? If that is the time she's getting pain, that means her hamstrings are tight. Hamstrings are the muscle which goes from behind the back till the knee. Okay, so those muscles are tight, and because of that, when she's sleeping straight, it kind of gets stretched and she does not get pain. She does not get sleep. So, what she can do is keep a pillow under her knee when she's sleeping straight. So, a small pillow under her knee so that her back gets relaxed and her hamstrings are also relaxed. Or she can turn on the side with her legs bent.
Right. One question from my side as well. If you can, like even me when we sit too long on chairs, our lower back has starts paining a lot. So any specific stretches that we can do while sitting or in our work area itself that can help relieve that pain a bit?
See, I would love to show, but then would my screen will be visible to you all, like my the
Uh,
thing would be
afraid
sitting
like
here.
if you
Yeah, let
lower
me
the screen a bit, probably we can see
check.
some.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now this is the chair where I'm sitting. Okay. This is the
Yes.
legs, 90 degrees angle. So now
Right.
what I do is I just bend forward and try to touch my toe and come back.
Okay.
Okay. Again, bend forward and try to touch my toe. And this has to be very slow. You can't be doing fast. Okay. The other thing is when you're sitting on the chair, come at the edge of the chair. Okay, I'll just turn edge of the chair and stretch your leg. One leg, this leg is
Mm-hmm.
stretched, this leg is bent, and
Right.
then again you go and try to touch the stretched leg's toe as
Right.
much as you can. Now, this will
Right.
again stretch your hamstring. So, this answers the question of the madam also who had the back pain. She wanted
Right.
some back related exercise. So, what you
Right.
can do is just stretch, hold there, again come back, do this for a count of five. Then, the other leg, again, you can go and do that. Okay. The
Right.
other thing is again coming at the edge towards the corner and then hold your leg and stretch your quads. Am I
Right.
visible? Can you see?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this way you can stretch. Go this side again. Come at this edge. Hold your ankle like this and stretch.
Right.
Okay. So you will be stretching your hips as well as your quadricep muscle. So this
Right.
you can do. Then, as I told you, squeezing your glutes muscle will also help to relieve your lower back pain.
Right. Okay. I quickly have this question from Arasan Anand. He's saying, "Hello, doctor. Arasan here. Are there any exercises that we can perform before going to sleep, as well as once we wake up in the morning? So something that we do just before sleeping and just immediately after waking up."
Okay, see, both the time the exercise what you need to do is different. So I can't be saying, "Okay, okay, this thing you do both the times." Before getting up, yes, you can do exercises to start your circulation because you're sleeping, you are in relaxed mode, your circulation is not kind of moving. So what you can do is just move your ankle up and down in sleeping position only, just move your ankle up and down, just bend your leg forward, behind. Okay, just hand up and down so that the circulation starts. The best thing again for the back is to bend your leg when you're sleeping and raise your buttock as much as possible. That you do, that is before getting up so that the circulation starts. Before going to bed, what you can do is, what they call is kind of meditation, relaxation. So just relax your body and concentrate on your breathing. Don't do deep breaths, don't do holding of breath, but just concentrate on how you're breathing and just get yourself into saying that one part of your body, right? Start from down, the ankle is getting relaxed, the knee is getting relaxed, the hip is getting relaxed, the shoulder is getting relaxed, your arms are getting relaxed. So you are supposed to sleep like this and just keep on giving yourself the instruction and just concentrate on your breathing. Close your eyes. That's it. You don't need to do some exercise before sleeping. If you have pain, yes, you can keep a pillow under your knee or do little stretching where you can stretch your legs up like this and all stretchings you can do. Yeah.
I quickly have just two, three more questions for you. Um,
Yeah.
what can be an exercise for ligament fluid on a wrist of right hand? My wife is in IT and she's having this issue since long. The question is from Praveen Ranjan.
Ligament fluid on the wrist. I'm not understanding this term. Is there a swelling there, or is she shown any orthopedic? Because it looks like he's done a lot of investigation where he's written ligament and fluid on the wrist. Okay, but what I told you is stretching she can do. This wrist movement, what I told you, that you can do. Before seeing properly, I cannot recommend exercise.
No problem. I have a question from Amar who says, can you suggest some exercise for frozen shoulder?
Yes, for frozen shoulders, the frozen itself, the term means it's become stiff, it's become tight, it's become freezed. So you need to open it up. So to open up, you have to just take it up as much as you can. Initially, it becomes very difficult to take it up. So even if it is this much, try to take it and gradually pull it up. Okay. The best thing would be to do it with the help of the wall, where you're just sliding up on the wall and coming down, sliding up on the wall and coming down. Again, you have this pendular exercise where you're moving your arms forward and behind, in and out, circumduction, like this, moving your arms totally round, that you can do.
Right. We have two similar questions. So I take both of them together. Shivani is saying, after sitting for more than 3 hours on laptop, my knees get stuck for movement and unable to walk. Can you suggest something? And on
Don't,
a similar, I'll take a similar question where Asha is also saying, "Hello, ma'am. Is there an exercise for calf of leg getting stuck? As sitting for long causes calf of legs getting stuck. So the knee and calf muscles get stuck."
yeah, so exactly my point is that's what I said. At the most, sit for 2 hours. Don't sit for more than 2 hours. So, more than 2 hours, everything starts getting, the body sends a signal that, okay, now you're not moving enough. And that pain comes. So, before that signal goes, you move. That is the reason keep on sipping water. So, the urgency for the washroom also comes and you go. You need to frequently move around.
All right. So I'll take last two questions that we already have because we're almost on time. So Nitesh is saying, due to continuously working, I feel pain in my spinal cord till my lower back. I only release that pain when I try lying down on the bed at night. Any points on this apart from what we have already discussed? So I think we have discussed most of it, but yes.
Yeah. I only realized that that's what, the whole body, the lower body is jammed up. The hamstrings are tight. So you need to just stretch, stretch and stretch. That's the only thing. So for him, basically the exercises what I showed now to sit at the edge of the chair and do it would help a lot.
Right. And let's take the last question that we have from Arlen. She says, while closing fist, there is a numb feeling on the ring finger and it gets difficult to close. Can you suggest something?
There is pain while he does the fist, or it's only numb feeling.
Arlen, can you
Bec-
please comment on it further so we can take it ahead? Is it pain or is it only a numb feeling? And while she replies back, we have Asha again who's saying, thank you, ma'am.
Oh,
And yes, so Arlen is saying both. It's pain also, and she has some numb feeling as well.
see, what I would suggest is dip your hand in warm water with some salt in it and try doing. If that relieves your pain, well and good. Otherwise, go and have some expert call on that.
Right. All right, ma'am. So we are almost time, and thank you so much for this wonderful session. What I can say, it was really informative, and a lot of questions we got. Some amazing, really wonderful audience. We had almost
Yeah,
200 people live watching us, so it was really nice. And to all the audience, whoever wants to connect with ma'am further, do drop us a message or a comment, and we'll try and see if we can connect to ma'am again sometime very soon. And on behalf of Kotak Mahindra Bank, thank you so much for being a part of this session.
thank
And
you.
I hope,
Thank you for having me.
thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you
That
for
was
Thank you. So no shaking hands. Namaste. Thank you.
namaskar,
Thank
ma'am. All right. Great. Thank you so much, guys. That was a wonderful session from Dr. Samantha Yadav from Wockhardt Hospitals. The session was brought to you by Kotak Mahindra Bank and Wockhardt Hospitals together. And we'll soon join back with another expert, another session. Please stay tuned. And yes, we'll connect back with all of you. Thank you so much for being such a lovely audience and all the lovely questions that you asked. And I hope it was really, really helpful for all of you. Thank you. Please stay home, take care and stay safe. And that's it. Thank you. Good evening.